Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
11 comments.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
That's swung out to Mostert. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Throwing on 3rd down. Hill. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38. Well shy of the 1st down. 4th down. Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good one. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is incomplete. The Bengals in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, 39 yards. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go play action with Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
11 empty. 12.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DJ Reader gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Touchdown. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Hey, can.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That is taken in by Hurst. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll give it to Mixon, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down and goal. Burrow caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Back to throw, Hill. Johnson's got it complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st down, Hill. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On second down, Mostert.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hill.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
On 1st down, it's Hill.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Hill. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Now this one might be a free play. Hill. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Hill now to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
11, Thomas. Here we go. Get in the huddle. 11.
Burrow will throw. Flushed out right.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all his receivers downfield.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Burrow on play action. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Go. They gotta go.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running the counter with Mostert.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hill looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. It's Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think of...
This is intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He's going to go up top again. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
1-1, right?
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
11 MC paint. 11 MC paint. 11 Thomas. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Desperation time on 4th for Hill.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
To about the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
1-1, right?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
Throwing again on second down. Hill. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They snap it on 4th to Hill. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Dolphins first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
Off of play action, Hill.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One last throw here for Hill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game.
In this game, it was well in hand early, never really.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boys for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm